Rocklin High School sports fans, good to be back with you today here at the Coolry Classic. I'm joined with some new co-hosts today. We'll start from left to right, boys. How we doing? Introduce yourself. What's going on tonight?
I'm Carter Haynes. I play varsity soccer. I've played for the past 4 years. I'm a storm leader, and I'm happy to be here, excited.
Hi guys, I'm Tyler Ward. I play football and baseball for varsity, and I'm super excited to be here tonight.
Dylan Nuz, I play baseball here at Rocklin. Also one of the storm leaders. Pumped for the Coolry Classic tonight.
Big game tonight. You're not kidding. Rocklin takes on Whitney at home in the Thunderdome. Big and important tonight. Let's take a look at across the town. Our Whitney Wildcats, who will be facing off tonight, have a 16-11 record. That is 5-8 in league. When we talk about their schedule, I'll work my way over there. They had a great winning streak preseason, kind of playing before the SFL and winning most of their games. 2 losses only to Chico and Rocky River. And then they started their SFL journey. And let me say, as I always say, the SFL journey is not an easy one. Taking losses to Jesuit, Oak Ridge, and Folsom. And actually only taking, I believe, 3 wins. That be it against Granite Bay in overtime, against Davis, and actually beating Del Oro twice. So Whitney's had a tough time in the SFL. Not the strongest team this year. Ranked 248 in California. If you thought their football was bad, now we're looking at their basketball, and it's not doing so good as well. Now we're taking a look to where we are physically tonight. Rocklin, what's going on with Rocklin High School?
Yeah, Rocklin's coming in at 19-8, 11-2 in league, which is really good. They're in second in league right now. They have to win tonight for a chance in first, and I believe tonight they will. So
yeah, fighting for, like you said, the Division I playoffs, a big-time thing, a big-time role, a big-time game tonight. We're looking across town at that Folsom Oak Ridge game. It's going to cause a little bit of chaos to kind of actually what's going to happen and where we're going to go in the playoffs. Like you said, Rocklin ranked 76th in the state. Talk about each team's really quickly. If you guys had a couple words to describe Rocklin, how would you give me some words? How does Rocklin play?
Gritty squad, especially we got that big win against Folsom a couple weeks ago. That kind of set the tone for this team, and since then they've just been rolling. There's a lot of good team chemistry going on. I'm very excited for tonight.
I like that word, grit, playing hard. Anything else?
Yeah, I think I got to touch on what Dylan said, chemistry. This team from the beginning, we didn't have much chemistry. We had a couple transfers in, but I think as the year's gone on, we've gotten that chemistry up.
I love talking about the transfers, different teams. There's a lot of different players on this team that kind of makes up the funny dynamic grit. Talking about Whitney, not too many words to describe them, is that somewhat of a struggling team that's looking for a big win tonight. Hey, so talking about the chemistry, we brought a couple of the basketball players in to design some cookies. And it was kind of a fun time. I don't know how great they are designers, but let's throw over to the cookie designing, see how they're doing there.
My name is Mark Lavernoff.
I'm Kellen Flynn.
And what are you doing today?
We're making cookies. All right, so start with the green. We're gonna put it on the outside.
'Tis the season to eat cookies.
Now, let's maybe add some bonus points of creativity.
But I'm kind of just going with the flow right now. And it's not looking too bad.
I'm gonna make a Christmas tree on the cookie.
The game plan did not work, I'm not gonna lie.
I think the best artist as a coach is probably Coach Keithy. You know, he's just really like spiritual and magical with his words, and his creativity is just unwritten.
So what's going on is we took the red and we mixed it with the green. We got a little 50-50 action going here.
So now you get a little bit of orange, right, for the little carrot nose. Just dig in right there.
So I'm going a little green-red because it's like, what's Christmas without green and red?
Oh, I'll bake some sprinkles out any day of the week.
Looking at these 4 options, I'm gonna have to go with Eli's. You know, I like the reef.
What is this?
In first place, we're gonna do me.
You can't do yourself.
Oh my gosh, bro. I have no bias here whatsoever.
I got Eli's at 1.
I'm gonna put Kellen first, Mark second, because it's gonna be kind of a toss-up between these two. Does anyone have a coin I can flip?
This one has number 1.
This one.
That one.
So first, second, third, fourth, fifth.
Here with the winners. Tell us what's going on.
Just to be put in this position, like to be at the top with my boy Blaine. How you feeling, Blaine?
Feeling great. You know, I came out here knowing the stakes, knowing I was gonna win this. So, yes, sir.
Well, decorating cookies has been an interesting thing. Do you guys have any strategies for decorating cookies?
I mean, when you decorate cookies, you gotta have that blueprint in your mind. You start with the blueprint, then you go from there.
I think you got to lay out all the ingredients before you go, so then you're ready for everything.
See, for me, it's the base. You got to have a solid cookie to start with, a sugar cookie. Solid sugar cookie where you build the foundation on.
I'm taking Snickerdoodle.
Taking
Chocolate chip.
Snickerdoodle.
Snickerdoodle is for taste. Sugar cookies for base. That's where you need to be.
I mean, hey, we're talking about, different kinds of cookies, but we're really here for basketball, working back into that tonight. There's a couple players we're looking at tonight. I know you got our big man. Tell us some words.
I got Mark Lavinoff. I mean, what can you say? He's averaging 24, 12 rebounds, a double-double in the SFL.
Jeez.
That's hard to do. And really, when it comes down to it, he's running for Sac B's Player of the Year. What else can you say?
Tonight I'm going to go with my guy Connor Bowe. I mean, he's not a guy that pops off on the stat sheet, but he plays the game right. He's got a ton of energy. He's super tough, and tonight I think he's going to have a big shot.
Let's go over to Whitney's side. We got Brady Estes over there. Had a great game against us last time, going for a few over 20. Had a great job. He'll be a problem, but we got this guy over here at Rocklin. Used to be a Cat himself.
Whoa.
Name's Eli Willis.
Eli.
He is a great number 2 option behind Mark Lavernov. Second in rebounds per game, first in blocks, third in steals. You want to talk about a guy that represents the team, it's Eli Willis.
On the show today, we had one of our very own playing in the game behind us, Ryan, on This Week in Sports, leading with both Elias and with Eli and Mark Lavernoff. And they're talking, and Ryan's like, you're going for 50 dunks or something crazy. I know they're looking for both explosive games tonight. My guy tonight for Rocklin is Josiah Andrews. When you're looking for this team, around this team, he leads the team, second in points per game at 10.5. He's a great player, scores a lot of points. What really sets him apart, though, is his handles. The way he can drive to the rim, the way he can get in the paint. He may not be the biggest guy physically, but where he really makes up for it is playing good handles, keeping the ball secure, and watching where opponents are, reading defenses, and just following the offensive scheme, as he always does so well. Josiah Andrews, a big time. We would shout out more Whitney guys, but they don't post our stats, so that's more difficult. Boys, the reason they're here tonight, both teams, to win the game. How are they going to win? What's some keys to victory for them?
I think Rocklin has to come out early with a lot of energy. I think if Whitney hangs in, if Rocklin lets him hang in there for too long, Whitney's section could get a little loud, and Rocklin got to have a lot of energy.
Don't want the fans rallying around Whitney. They're packing out tonight as they've been. All the cute girls are staring at us, not even watching the game. But it's been awesome as they've been walking in here. They realize something. They're not coming in with much energy. That this might be a blowout tonight, but we don't want that energy heating up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to say give the ball to my guy Mark. Mark's going to make it happen, and even if he doesn't, they go double on him. We got Eli. We got Connor DeLobby. We have depth in this team. That's what's going to do it for us.
Stop now. Go vote for Mark Lavernoff as the top player. Big man. He's the big man tonight.
Below.
He's the big man on campus. A+ in the classroom. A+ on the court tonight.
Listen, if I'm Coach French and I'm the Wildcats, we said it here before, averaging a double-double in the best league in Superior, California, you got to find a way to start Mark Lavernov. That's where it starts. If you can get that done, the Cats are going to have themselves a chance tonight, but there's no stopping Mark Lavernov.
I agree with you. No stopping Mark Lavernoff. What an aggressive player heading to one of the most known colleges, Sac State. What a prestigious college that is. And Mark Lavernoff, good player. Like we said, my key to victory tonight, play aggressive, stay consistent, don't do too much. I know you got crosstown rivals. I know there's a lot of anguish and anger there, but I don't think you do too much. I think you stay to what works, maybe shoot a couple more threes than we normally do, but just stay up in the paint, consistently score buckets. Don't try to do too much and rub in what this big victory is going to be. Now, talking win, what are our predictions? We'll start over here on the right. Predictions, who's going to win the game? What's going on?
I mean, gotta take it with my boys. I'm taking Rocklin with 72. Whitney, we'll go with 54. 54 for Whitney.
Okay, I like that.
I'm going to go, we're going with Rocklin. I'm going to say the Thunder take the W, 78-65.
I've heard it. It's all in the 70s. I'm going up. I think Rocklin got it in the 80s. It's going to be a W. I don't even think Whitney's putting up 50.
Absolutely. We actually talked to our vice principal today. We talked to Mr. Pappas. Mr. Pappas always tracks us down before every pregame show, and he always asks me, Nico, what's the score for tonight? Mr. Pappas, we wrote it down here, claims 78-49 Rocklin, and I'm going to be right around there with him. A little less. I'm going to go 72, probably about 58 with Rocklin taking the win. I think something important tonight, me and one of the players, Dom, we're talking today, and he said, what's the game going to be like? And I think we're going to see something like we've seen in the past years. It's going to be close, maybe coming to that third period. As you see some of the bench guys come and play out, slip up a little bit, bring the starters back in possibly, and then I think you see that big runaway after it gets kind of close. Now, let's talk about playoffs very briefly. We haven't done much research, honestly, looking into it. Let's take a look around the SFL as I pull it up. What are some teams? What are the top teams right now, Tyler?
I mean, they have in the Division I, Intercom,
Yep.
Desto Christian are the top teams. D2, I think Rocklin's up there. I'm not sure other teams, maybe Jesuit.
Yeah, a lot of good teams out there, no kidding about that. Now, we played Intercom earlier in the year.
Did not go well.
Did not go great. Was it our first game of the year, I believe?
Second
Game of the year. Good Lord. Well, hey, taking a look at just, what is this? Our D2 standings. Those are our SFL. We ranked number 2 standings. This is just our local ones. We sit number 2 behind Folsom, who, like we said, is playing across town against Oak Ridge. And that game means a lot more because that's going to really change our playoff. If we go D1 if they lose, and we go D2 if they end up winning. Oak Ridge has been an okay team, 76 in league, with 17 and 18 overall. Any other things, boys? We're kind of wrapping it up, coming to a close here. Anything about, I want to talk, we got new guys here. I want you guys to talk a little bit about where you play, what you do, what Rocklin means to you.
Dylan, you go for that.
Start it off. So I played baseball here, played baseball all 4 years. It's been special to me. Last year we had a great squad, made it to the section championship, ended up coming up a little bit short, but after that year, we're returning 7 of 9 starters. It's a solid squad. Every pitcher on our staff is committed. It's going to be a special year to come watch. So if you guys get the time, come out, watch a game, come watch some cool baseball.
What do you think is going to be important? I know you also play baseball as well. Do you got anything more to add on to that?
I agree 100% with Dylan. Our team's going to be special this year. So if you have time, come out and watch 4 p.m. during the weekdays. We're going to be fun.
I know that's definitely exciting. Now, we got one odd person on the end.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but I play soccer. I mean, Rocklin soccer has been known for the best for the past couple of years, but this year we got it up and going. We're 3rd place in league, going to D2 playoffs. I mean, we have a good chance. We can make a run.
Representing America's favorite sport, soccer. Really awesome to show the diversity at the table tonight. Anything else before we wrap it up, boys? I want to send it off to this game starting at what, 7 p.m.? 7:30?
Yep.
They're fired up. The Storm's behind us. Thank you for joining us this week on the Bolt Report tonight. We're going to send it back off to the buffer. Thank you for joining us. Have a great day.
Thanks, Nico.
Yep.